I know for many, the idea of setting goals or even sharing our goals or declaring our goals feels scary and intimidating. I think that's for a lot of different reasons, but I think for many, it kind of comes down to, I don't even know what a good goal is. Hey, everyone. Welcome back to the podcast. I am so happy you are here with us today as we kick off 2026 together. Woo! I feel like we need confetti poppers or something fun to kick off the new year. But we got bows, and you guys have to tell me. I think they're really cute. I put them up for Christmas. I kind of feel like they might need to stay. They bring a little sparkle, a little pizzazz. Let me know your vote. Keep the bows, let the bows go. And if you're only listening to the audio and I'm in your AirPods, you're like, what is she talking about? I got this cute bow garland that is behind me on my backdrop. But let's get to it. So today we are talking a little bit about New Year's resolutions or goals for 2026. Things that I would love for you to think about or take with you. I know for many, the idea of setting goals or even sharing our goals or declaring our goals feels scary and intimidating. I think that's for a lot of different reasons, but I think for many, it kind of comes down to, I don't even know what a good goal is. Like, what should I be focusing on? So in this episode, that's what we're going to talk about. I'm going to share with you a few New Year's resolutions or 2026 goals that I think many social sellers, many direct sellers are leaning into this year and are actually going to really elevate your business. So I'm excited to share those with you. And if you've already gone through the process of goal setting and you already have gotten clear on what you want out of the new year, then you're one step ahead. But if you need to borrow a couple of these ideas or need some inspiration, this episode is for you. And I'm also going to share a little behind the scenes of what some of my goals are, what I'm double downing on. Double downing? Is that a word? What I'm going to double down on in 2026 as well. So I'm so happy you're here with me and so excited to kick off the new year with you. I'm so hopeful about what 2026 will bring to all of our businesses. And I just feel so honored to be by your side, making big things happen. I love celebrating your successes. As you're listening in, send me a message. Send me an Instagram DM. Send me a message anywhere. If you're listening on a streaming platform, you can definitely leave me a comment. I would love to hear from you. It is so fun to hear who is tuning in to the podcast. Oftentimes, I don't get that level of detail. I just get like big numbers, like there's this many people listening in this country, but I don't actually get who you are and what you think of the episode. So I'd love to hear from you. And of course, I would so appreciate a review. If you have the time to drop one, that would be amazing. So here we go. All right. So when we think about New Year's resolutions, I think for many people, they're turned off by that idea because they know that they don't stick. It's like going to the gym and the gym is super crowded in January, and then things kind of taper off as the year goes on. I think some people set a word or an intention for the year, and by February, they're like, well, what was that word again? So we don't want that to happen, but I am a big fan of goal setting. I set goals for my own business. I set goals for my personal life. I am a goal setting kind of girl. And as I think about goals, I put together some notes on why we set goals. Because I think some people would argue, like, what's the point? Like, I'm just going to do the same things anyway. Do I really need to set some goals? But statistics actually show it is important to set goals. So I want to share some of these numbers with you because I knew that I've heard these stats before, but I actually had to remind myself just how important it is to set goals. So first off, if you write your goals down, you're 42% more likely to achieve them. So don't keep them in your head. Write them down. That's your homework, is to make sure it gets down on a piece of paper. All right, 42% more likely, grab a pen, write it down. Just do that, right? People with specific measurable goals perform 30% better than those with vague goals. So instead of saying, I want to sell more this year, or I want to sponsor more people this year, or I want to improve my business this year, or I want to grow on social media more, get specific, get measurable. I want to sell $5,000 per month. I want to grow my following on Instagram by 10% every month. I want to grow my email list by 100 subscribers every month. Like, that's the difference between a vague goal and a specific goal. And if you can get specific, you're going to outperform 30% better. I mean, yeah, yes, please, right? That's a no-brainer. Okay, this one is the devastating stat. Are you ready for this one? 80% of people abandon their goals in the first 6 to 8 weeks. That means by the end of February, people are checked out. They forgot about their goal. They didn't even not achieve it. They let it go. So we don't want that to be us. We want to stick with our goals. And consistency is going to be a little bit of a theme that you hear from me today. Here's another fun stat. If you share your goals with an accountability partner, a biz bestie, an upline, a sideline, a business coach, someone, your partner, your best friend, you are 65% more likely to achieve those goals. I mean, that stat is working in our favor. So not only are we going to write it down, but we are also going to let someone know what our goals are so we can reach those. And here's a fun one too. After you have that accountability bestie and you've told them what your goal is, that makes you 65% more likely. But if you want to jump that up to 95 more likely, you just need to have regular check-ins. That's it. Commit to yourself once a week, reporting in on how you're doing on that goal, and your success jumps to 95%. Oh my gosh. Okay. So last one is that early wins increase long-term consistency by 40%. So let's say your goal this year is to send an email every week, or write a blog post every week, or grow your Instagram presence by creating more short form reels, right? Just throwing some ideas out there. If you can have some early wins, meaning like week 1, got the blog post done, got the email done, got the reels posted, that's going to increase your long-term consistency. So what kind of early wins can you kind of gamify your goals in a way? And so you have some milestones, some things that you can celebrate early on. Like, I'm talking in the next 2 weeks. Let's celebrate those things, and then we can just keep building on and keep with that consistency. So those are some things that I think are kind of fascinating when it comes to goals. And I'm sure there's a ton more research on kind of the science behind goal setting. But if that doesn't convince you, I'm telling you firsthand that having goals, sticking to goals is how you're going to grow your business, right? Things just don't happen by chance or willy-nilly. We got to be intentional, and we got to be strategic about setting our goals and then following through on our goals. And if you need help on that, there are communities, there are people out there just like me that can support you and keep you accountable and on track for reaching those goals. In fact, a little plug, this Friday, we are getting together with our Academy Pro and VIP members for our virtual retreat. And in our virtual retreat, we spend time together talking about goals, talking about the strategies that are going to help us get there. And we have this built-in accountability within our modern direct seller community, which is pretty darn powerful. So I would love to personally invite you to come join us. All you have to do is get started with Pro, $79 a month. Or you could jump up into VIP. That also includes an Oh My High website, and you get unlimited one-on-one access with me in those 2-level programs. We have monthly pricing, we have annual pricing. We really try to meet you where you're at. So if that sounds like something you need to hit these big goals that you have, we got you covered, and we'd love to see you on the inside. Okay, so let's get to it. I want to talk about a couple of big themes that I'm seeing among social sellers, direct sellers in 2026 that are going to be worth considering when it comes to setting goals. Okay, so the first one is around consistency. Raise your hand if you have a goal that has to do with consistency, focus, or follow up. I know those are hot topics and usually not the things that people are like, I am just so darn good at follow-up. Nope, I get it. I get it. It's hard. And the idea here is that you got to have some systems to support you to be more consistent and to make this feel more achievable. So consistency for you could be showing up consistently on social media. Consistency for you could be committing to get your confetti and doing your daily ABCs, active selling, building relationships, creating content. Consistency could be following up with every lead and every customer that comes your way. Consistency could be checking in with your teammates and supporting them on the regular. So you kind of pick and choose what consistency looks like for you. But in many of these cases, it does have to do with following up, with checking in. And there are systems you can lean into that can help you with this. So if you want to be more consistent on social media, then start using FinShare. If you want to be more consistent with your customer follow-ups, start using Oh My Hi for email or Project Broadcast for text messaging. If you want to be more consistent with creating content and batching it, mark it off on your calendar as a non-negotiable once a month content batching day. If you want to be more consistent with checking in with your teammates, block a time every week that you're checking in with them. So things like this don't happen, again, by accident or chance. We have to be really intentional about it. And a system could help you with that, or some time blocking on your calendar could also get you where you want to go there too. So consistency might not be the most sexy thing in the world, but it definitely pays off. So think about that as a goal for this year to lean into. You know that if you're just winging it and you're not staying consistent in your business, you're leaving money on the table. So this is a great one that directly ties to your income and your relationship building and your personal brand, all of the things. So consistency, get really, really clear. Remember those clear, measurable goals. What does this look like? Once a week, I do my follow-up. Twice a month, I batch my social content, whatever that looks like for you. We got to be intentional about the time, the space, and the energy to get it going and get into the habit of it. Because that's the beauty of it, is once you kind of get into a rhythm, then a habit is created and it becomes a whole lot easier. Okay, so number 2, this is one that I think many direct sellers could really benefit from. And this is thinking about what your primary money-making activities are in your business. So of course, follow-up pays off. Of course, like writing that blog post, sending that email, sending out a text, those are all important things. But we really get energy in our business when we're able to get in front of groups of people and share our products in our business. Now, I'm not talking like an old school home party, stand in the front of the room presentation. I'm talking about maybe it's a pop-up event, maybe it's a vendor event, maybe it's a private event that one of your clients booked where they're bringing together a group of friends and you're able to demo your product. You're able to let them touch, feel, smell, see your product. Maybe it's online and you're collaborating with someone and you're showing up for their audience and sharing your products that you love. Maybe it's leveraging text marketing and being able to have scalable conversations with people where you have a 2-day event every month where the bundle code that you're sending out to get people engaged and interested in purchasing. Maybe it's an online live video that you're doing on social and you're doing it weekly or you're doing it monthly. Whatever you choose as your primary money-making activities, and I say activities because it could alternate. Like one month you could do it one way and the next month you could do it another way. I want you to put those on the calendar and commit to yourself. I don't want you to wait until the next person invites you to, be part of their vendor event. I don't want you to wait until somebody reaches out and asks to make a purchase. You get to create this business, right? And you have an audience. You have people waiting to hear from you. So I'd be thinking about what is a group selling activity that you can put on your calendar that's going to be money making for you at least once a month. If you're full time in this business, this might be at least once a week, right? So depending upon how much time and capacity you have, this might be something that is a regular activity. And honestly, I love the idea of switching it up and keeping your followers and your customers on their toes and excited. But there is something beautiful about a predictable monthly event. I know Becky is going to be right here every Friday from 4 to 6, or I know the first Saturday of the month, she's hosting an event that I can pop into. Or I know that at the end of every month, there's a special secret sale that's done over project broadcasts with text marketing. Making things up here, but you get the idea. If there is kind of a rhythm to what you're doing, your customers get used to shopping with you that way and look forward to the next time you have an event scheduled like that. So get really, really clear on what you're doing when it comes to money-making group selling activities. Pencil it into your calendar and commit to it here in 2026. I really think it would make a tremendous difference in your business if you're not already doing this. All right. So that, and let me say before I move on, I almost forgot. Right around the corner, we are launching Party Like It's 2026. So if you're looking for group selling, money-making activities to help you grow your direct sales business faster, come check out Party Like It's 2026. It is available exclusively for Modern Direct Seller Academy members. We did a 2025 version, but we are revamping it, switching it up, making sure that everything that we're sharing is completely in alignment with how people are shopping here in 2026. And the beauty of it is we're giving you the words to say, we're giving you the captions, we're giving you the reel templates, we're giving you all the assets you need to take these sales strategies and bring them to life. And did I mention there's five different sales strategies that you can lean into here in the new year. So really excited about that. All of our Academy members, I know, are anxiously awaiting it to be delivered. And we're giving away some prizes when you test out these strategies too. So really, really fun way to maybe, again, gamify and encourage yourself to get out there and try something new that you haven't done before and see how your audience responds. Okay, New Year's resolution number 3 that you might want to consider is this is the year for you to up-level your personal brand. Now, I shared this in our 2026 planning workshop, but personal brand beats out company brand any day. People want to hear what you had for lunch. They want to hear what your weekend was like. They want to hear what your favorite products are, and they trust you so much more than any logo on any product. So lean into that. This is your moment to shine. Think about your personal brand and how you can elevate it here in 2026. So it doesn't necessarily mean you need a new logo or you need to be posting 7 days a week, or that you need to revamp everything that you've already created around your personal brand. But this is your opportunity to give it a little bit of a refresh and lean a little bit harder into personal branding. And that's going to really depend on where you're at as a business owner. That could be taking a baby step and creating a capture and convert page with Oh My High. That could be giving your social channels a little bit of a revamp and making sure that everything is clear and it is in alignment with how you're showing up and that your links are there and people can look at it and know exactly what you do and how to work with you. This could be building out a full website on Oh My High. This could be starting your own email newsletter and not being reliant on your company's emails going out on your behalf. This could be checking out some text marketing. And so you're able to connect with your clients on their own terms, on their own device. It could be creating a blog and sharing a little behind the scenes of your business and your life that people are curious about and putting your favorite products and why you do what you do in your own words on your own turf. So you can kind of think about what this looks like for you. I wouldn't do all of those things, right? I would pick 1 or 2. This would be a great project to work into a 90-day plan for January, February, and March here in the first quarter. And think about if there's something you can do just to up-level how you're showing up on social, how you're showing up on your website. If somebody searches for you, what are they going to find? Oh, that's a little scary sometimes. Make sure that whatever they do find is in alignment with your brand and how you're showing up here in 2026. I gotta say, that I just went through this process right before the holiday break went down a little bit of a rabbit hole. Once you start, you can't stop. But I looked at all my social channels. I looked at the bio on those social channels. I looked at the links I was sharing. And it's been a minute since I've done a little bit of a personal branding checkup. And when I did that, there was things on there that I'm like, ooh, I don't want to do that. I'm not sure about that. So I changed descriptions. I changed bios. I updated a few photos and freshened things up. It felt really good entering the new year to have all of that tidied up and really in alignment with how I'm showing up in 2026. Some of the things that I did do, just a little behind the scenes scoop on that, is I officially launched my own personal branded website, beckylaunder.com. Of course, we still have moderndirectseller.com and we have ohmyhigh.com. Who needs another website? I guess I do. But I really wanted to bring together all the brands that I support under one roof. And so I've built out beckylaunder.com and started sharing that. The other thing that I did, which I will be sure to keep all of you updated on, is for the longest time, I've had a private Facebook group. There's over 13,000 social sellers in this group. Well, over the last year, we've seen a lot of changes with groups and the visibility and the engagement of those groups. So I did something a little daring, and I will report back on how it goes, but I changed my private group to a public group. Now, again, the jury is still out. And here's the kicker. Once you do it, you can't go back. So I did it, and I'm really curious on the visibility, the reach, the interaction. To me, this makes the content that I'm putting in that group more shareable, more discoverable, easier for people to get a preview of what it's like inside of our community. So that was one kind of personal branding decision that I made at the tail end of 2025, and I'm anxious to see how it plays out here in 2026. I also took a look at our social media calendar and what content we drop on what platforms, and did a little bit of a revamp of that too, kind of thinking about where should this content live? Should it be over on TikTok? Should it be on Facebook? Should it be on Instagram? Should it be in all of those places? So I'm really thinking more strategically about the content that we're creating and where and how we're sharing it. So that was also a big shift in personal brand and how we are connecting with our followers, which I'm really excited to do. One of my goals for 2026, and you guys can all keep me accountable because we just heard if you say it out loud, right? You tell some people, I guess I need to write it down too, then we're going to get some results from it. And we're going to get a nice lift in reaching our goals. But I really want to share a little bit more about the behind the scenes of the business over on beckylaunder.com. So I'm going to work on creating some blog posts over there and even creating a separate email newsletter that is truly in my own voice about all of the brands and everything that we're doing, and probably mix in a little bit of like work/family life, working with the husband content and being a mom and managing a house and also a business. So there's some things that I've definitely had my wheels turning about in that department for a while. And I feel like y'all are really interested in the behind the scenes of our business. So again, it just kind of speaks to building out that personal brand and being more intentional with the content and where we're putting it. So I'm excited to do more of that in this new year as well. So those are a couple things that I have going on behind the scenes. Definitely working a little bit more on consistency and focus. We have a lot of that kind of dialed in, but with the changes on some of our social content, that some things are going to feel new for me. I'm going to have to find some new habits around creating a blog post over at beckylaunder.com or sharing it out on social, or just being a little bit more intentional about that. With that said, this is a great time of year to take a look back at 2025. Think about what you're taking with you here in 2026. Also not being afraid to let go of things that aren't working, but also a great time to set those goals. So if you didn't get it done before the holiday break, I want to encourage you here the first week of January to get your favorite pen out, write it down on a piece of paper, tell a friend, and focus in on those goals for the new year. It's always great to have a fresh start and be consistent and share them with others and have that added accountability, and so they don't fizzle out as the year goes on. I know that I got my Peloton in review yearly wrapped kind of thing, and it said that my best month of the year in doing yoga was guess what month? January. So, you start the month and you're the year and you're like, yes, I'm doing all the things. And naturally, life happens, things come up. And so, as you have that new year energy, let's lean into it, but also stick with it. It's not just a, hey, I'm going to do this in January kind of thing, but I'm committed to this. And I'm excited to see where this takes me in 2026. So, with that said, it is great to see all of you guys today. I am so happy to kick off the new year with you. For all of our Pro and VIP members, I will see you at the virtual retreat on Friday. I can't wait to dive deeper into your goals and support you in making all your dreams come true here in the new year. All right, everyone, I'll see you back here next week. Bye. This episode is sponsored by CintShare. CintShare is the #1 social media scheduler for direct sellers and loved by creators in any industry. It's truly your one-stop shop for all things social. Join hundreds of thousands of social sellers and entrepreneurs who turn to CintShare for free social media training and resources. Get started today with your free 30-day trial at moderndirectseller.com/CintShare.